snow started creeping into southern Maine this morning, and with it came crashes and slide-offs. State police say in the first hours of the storm, they responded to a couple dozen of them, about 9 on the interstate.
It's pretty crazy out there. Yeah. All right.
Skowhegan Fire. Can I have units respond 106 Parkman Hill Road in the area of 106 Parkman Hill? It's going to be just before call reporting motor vehicle accident rollover. We do have the driver advised they're trapped in the vehicle. It's taken in entrapment. 106 Parkman Hill Road. Subject query 1045. 106 Parkman Hill. Box call.
Maine does challenge us with the weather. The most dreaded call is a structure fire in a bad snowstorm. Deep snow, cold, blowing wind. You often don't want to take the chance of put the truck in the driveway because you might get stuck. Getting there when it's slippery, just getting there. But then dragging the hose through 16, 18 inches of snow and trying to get to the house with it, By the time you get there, you feel pretty beat up, and now you still got to try to fight the fire. And it's just very challenging. And the cold is like that, your mask can get really cold, it fogs up on you, hard to see. There's all those kinds of challenges that come with it.
Get hurt doing this job with the simplest of things. You're carrying somebody on a stretcher and you slip on the ice. So yeah, it's dangerous, and it's not for everybody. You are called at a person's worst day, and you see things that most people will never see in their life, and you have to be able to compartmentalize the things that you see and keep them down, and as a result, it causes the heart to get hardened.
We push through and you get used to it. It's Maine, so half the year you're gonna have to deal with snow. So.
Well, I can tell you we love going to fires. Unfortunately, fires for most people are very bad, but somebody has to be really good at the really bad things, and we're really good at the really bad things.
We can't just stamp the time card and say Skowhegan Fire is out. We're done for a couple hours. No, we have to go, whether it's one call or 20.
Gets your blood going, it kind of makes you nervous. But the thing that scares me is thinking about the people that you're in there for, I think, is the most scary part.
Kids, they see the movies and they watch TV, and you're out fighting fire every day, doing the cool stuff, and everybody looks up to you. But it's scary, getting on the trucks and the adrenaline. It's like, what do I do? And I started very young. I was 18 years old when I started doing this, and didn't have a clue what I was doing. but it's exciting, and you get used to it, and you do it over and over again, and it just gets better and better.
Now, as society's evolved and people don't necessarily live in the communities, work in the communities they live in, and there are other avenues for volunteerism, community and civic organizations, little leagues, churches. People find themselves drawn to other means of volunteering, and that has an impact on the fire service.
Come see what we do. You don't know what you're supporting until you can come and meet us and see what we do, and maybe ride along, or maybe when you see something happen, just ask questions about it. Most people just think, unfortunately, that we just go fight the one fire a month or something like that. They have no idea the scope of different things that we do on a day-to-day basis. So just come visit, come hang out.
Right now, fire crews are still investigating the cause of a fire. It broke out at the Giffords Ice Cream Factory in Skowhegan this morning.
Skowhegan Fire Department crews arrived on scene to Hathaway Street around 9:30.
Hathaway Street, Skowhegan, the storage cooler on fire.
It was a little nerve-wracking. I think the initial dispatch tone was something like, a cooler just on fire or something. So we're thinking, let's go in with a water can and we'll just put this thing out. But I remember going up Main Street there, and you could see a blow of smoke coming up the roof, so we knew we were going to work. And I didn't initially go inside. I was driving the truck, so I was operating, but I could see inside, and it was just black. And I did end up going in, and it was black, like we talked about not being able to see, and it was a little nerve-wracking,
It takes a special person to come through this career with their home life intact. I never thought I would be a divorced person, but I am. And it takes its toll because of what you see, what you experience, and it does have its real effect on a person's psyche in their mind.
We're gone 24 hours. We don't get to work a 9 to 5 and go home and sleep and see our family and eat dinner. That's a whole breakfast, a whole lunch, a whole dinner, a whole sleep that we're away from our family.
It's a tremendous way to give back. Not only that, is a unbelievable amount of satisfaction that can come from volunteering and giving back to community. And not only that, but if nobody does it on a very real stance, if nobody does it, when the call goes out, when somebody has an incident, there's getting fewer and fewer people to respond to those situations.
It's the best job in the world. I had no idea walking into work today that I was going to be doing what I'm doing right now. And that, to me, is one of the best parts of this job. So there is a reason why I called 911 for my father who's having a medical emergency. I don't need the fire engine. Yes, you do.